Good morning, Year 7. Today is the 19th of March, 2020, and we're now going to move on to 10.5 Graphs, Part 1. So today's learning objective will be to draw straight line graphs, recognize straight line graphs parallel to the axes, and recognize graphs of y equals x and y equals negative x. So we'll move on to page 1. You can look at the fluency questions if you like to. I'm going to move on. So the warm-up question is exercise 10.5, work out the output from each function machine. Now the function machines here, so for example, -5 plus 2, this is basically saying 3 has gone in and it's been multiplied by 5, then 2 has been added, and what comes out here, the output. So if we look at the first question, so 3 has gone in, multiplied by 5 gives me 15. Then 15 here, the second function is plus 2, so add 2 gives me 17. So the output is 17. So I'm going to let you now do part B. So here part B is the -2 goes in, it's then divided by 2, that's the first function, then you subtract 7 from this answer to get the output. So what is the output for part B? You can work that out yourself. Now, moving on to the next part. So here, it tells us in question 2a, y is equal to 3x. Now remember, we've seen in algebra before that we don't write the multiplication sign in front of a letter. So 3x really means 3 times x. So work out the value of y when x equals 7. So we're going to substitute x equals 7 into this equation. And then we're going to work out what is the value of y. So first step, y is equal to 3x. So if we then say x is equal to 7, same as 7, so y is 3 times 7, which equals 21. 3 times 7, 21. So can you guys now work out what y will be equal to when it's still 3 times x, but this time x is a -4. Y is equal to 3x, but this time x is a -4. What is y? In part B, it says y is equal to 2x minus 3. So work out the value of y when x is equal to 3 and x equals to -2. Now remember here, there's 2 steps. So first you do the multiplication, then the subtraction. So y equals 2x minus 3 when x is 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. Take away 3 to give you 3. So y is equal to 3, that first one. I won't do the second one for you. You can do that yourself. Try it. In the meanwhile, move on to the next page. Now, in the previous lesson, we did look at the equation of a line. Remember, we said if we have a basic graph, the x and y, x and y, and we said a straight line like this will have an equation x equals something. Well, the something is what number is it lying on here on the x-axis. So if we look at the question, write down the coordinates of all the points on line A. So here's line A, and it's been crossed for us. It's made it nice and easy. If I now reveal to you, here we go, the x and y coordinates for line A. So here we could say this point here, for example, is -2, 4. Here, this point is -2, 3. And the next one is -2, 2. Then the next one is a -2, -3 here. So what can we notice here, guys? Well, hopefully by now, because we have kind of done this lesson before in part 1, we said all the coordinates for x is the number -2. So we can say the equation of this line here, line A, is x is equal to -2 for line A here. Okay, so part C says copying complete these statements. So the equation of line A is x, let me cross this out, x is -2. Can you now work out what is the equation of line B? X is equal to what? Where is it here on the axis? You know, the vertical line that runs parallel to the y-axis, but its equation is actually x. And what is the equation of line C down here? Again, we have done this before, so hopefully you remember how to write this out. If not, I'm hopefully from this example, you should be able to figure it out for yourself. Now, moving on to the next question, question 4, look at these points. So you've got P is at 5, 2, Q is at 12, 5, R is at 5, -3, S is at 5, 0, T, -2, 5. Which of them, so which of these lines, these points, sorry, are on the line A, x equals 5, and B, y equals 5? So if I just do the first one for you, so P, 5, 2. So remember, going along the x-axis and up the y-axis. So 5, 2 is 5 along, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 up, 1, 2. So that's this point here, say P. And then 12, 5. Now, you guys will obviously make your graph bigger than mine. I didn't have enough space to fit mine, so you guys need to make sure your graph, your axes, will go up to at least 12 for x and at least up to 5 for y. But if I look at which of them on the line x equals 5, I just need to see, you know, if the x coordinate, you remember x and y, if it's showing 5, then that tells me that P, for example, will be on the line x equals 5, which is here. X equals 5 is this line. I just draw that in for you quickly. This is the line x equals 5. Let's make that a bit straighter. So I know that P will lie somewhere on this line where it's x equals 5. So you guys now need to figure out if Q, R, S, and T lie on the line x equals 5, and B, y equals 5. Now remember, y equals 5 will run parallel to the x-axis, so it will be a line going across this way, but at 5. So you need to make your y-axis longer than mine. Mine's only got up to 4. Yours needs to go at least to 5, and draw that line to show y equals 5, and say whether these points are on that line. Then make a quick note which axis is the graph of x equals 6 parallel to. So is it the y-axis or the x-axis? Then we're going to look at the final question, which is question 5 for today. Remember, we're only doing part 1. Part 2 will continue after the spring term holiday. So here it says draw a grid with x and y axis from -5. So here you go from -5 to +5. This one should also be from -5 to +5. Again, mine didn't fit in. Yours, hopefully, you should draw yours big enough so you got from -5 to +5. Basically 10 across, 10 down. And then draw and label these graphs. So if it's saying x equals 4, now x equals 4, by now, hopefully, again, you should have figured it out that it will look like this. So it's a vertical line from here, and it runs all the way down, but it will always be where x is 4. So for this line, this is x equals 4. Remember, it runs parallel to the y-axis. Even though it runs parallel to the y-axis, its equation is x equals 4 because all the points on here, wherever I pick a point on this line, the x coordinate will always be equal to 4. So you guys now need to fill in the rest. So draw the line and label it y equals 2. Where will that be? Y equals 2. This will be somewhere here. It runs parallel to the x-axis. C, y equals -3. So that will be somewhere down here, running parallel to the x-axis. And x equals -3. This one will be somewhere here, where it's running parallel to the x-axis. And the discussion part with yourself is which axis is the graph y equals parallel to. So again, similar to the question before, is it parallel to the y-axis or to the x-axis? So I'll just quickly show you, in case you're getting stuck, that the y equals 2 line here will be this line running parallel to the x-axis, but every point, every coordinate on this line, the value for y coordinate will always be 2. So this is y equals 2. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop there now. So today's lesson is finish off all the questions we've not done on question 1 to 5. Remember to submit your work on Google Classroom hopefully by the end of today. And then if you're still stuck or you're not sure, you can always message me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But hopefully with the explanations, you should be able to do this with not too much difficulty. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. Any questions, please message me. Good day.